All right, so I'm going to do a little video about Super Sports Global and Super Draft. So basically what we've got here is we've got um, a sports app that is coming out. It is backed by Caesars Rewards, which is Caesars Palace. They have all kinds of different games, little fantasy games. They will have live games as well. Right now they don't. They have games that you can play. So you just kind of pick a lineup, and I'm going to show you the app. You can pick a lineup, and you can choose whatever players you think are going to score the most points based on the details of the game that you can play. Then you win, and I'll show you that there's multi levels of people that can win. It's not just like first or second place. It's many places get something out of it. They actually have a partnership right now with the Big Three, the Ice Cube basketball tournament, which is really cool because the grand prize for that is to go to the Bahamas and watch the finals there. So that's just one of the things they have. So that's kind of like the fantasy side of it. It's like fantasy sports. You just pick the players that you think are going to be the most successful in that game, and then you can win prizes. We can win money. There's also tickets that you can win, so that you can use tickets to purchase different prizes as well. There is a sports betting side, and I will show you that too in another app, because Super Sports Global is kind of including the Super Draft and the Super Draft book. Okay, so there's two different apps. So what I want to do is I'm going to show the different apps, kind of show the features, go through it on the phone, share my screen on the phone. Sometimes you can't really see where the buttons are being pushed, but I'll try to explain that as well as I can. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to after explaining that, that's just kind of overview of the apps and stuff itself. I will show a guy did like a little write-up, not a write-up, but he like drew it out of the compensation plan to kind of explain it to people very clearly. So I think I'm going to let him, explain that. I'm going to show that video. I'll talk about it a little bit. But let me show the app first so you can see what the app looks like. So I'm going to share my screen real quickly. Okay, so here's the app itself, the Super Draft app. Players can download it for free. They don't have to, you don't have to pay anything. You can play free games and you can win money. Now, if you look here where it says like basic contests, I have paid the basic monthly, which you have some options of what you would, as a player, what you could pay for, which would be $25 or $0, $25, $50, or $100 a month. With that, more and more of these free games show up. So the more that you pay into it, the more free games you get to pick. So if you look here at the top, it says play free to win cash and a vacation to the Bahamas. That is the Big Three. That is something that is going on. One of the features here is, if you look, it says spin now underneath my name. So I'm going to click on that because every day I get to spin for some free tickets. So let's see. Ooh, got lucky today. Got 500. Nice. So I can collect those. All right. So you can go in there, you start collecting your free tickets, and then you can use them to buy prizes. Now let's look at one of the games. So what we have here is you're going to have the rules of the game. It'll explain to you, draft all of your favorite players based on their multiplier value with no restrictions to line up with the most total points as the game wins. So if you look at all this, it shows what each thing that they do and how many points it's valued at. Okay, so if you are really into stats and that fantasy kind of style of play, this is really going to help you. They also have like cheat sheets and stuff that they give you as far as when you start playing more and then purchasing those packages. They can send out cheat sheets. Quite honestly, I am not really into the whole baseball thing, so I mostly just pick just to see if I can win a little bit of money. Football, I think, is going to be more of my style. So here's the game. It shows like if you have a multiplier, which I'll show you in a second what that means. So if they had 20 points, then you get 32 overall points because you got someone who had the multiplier. Okay, so the details shows that this particular game is first place wins you $50, and if you look at the bottom, it says 21st through 52nd get $1. So it's actually pretty easy to win at least something in these games. Now the entries shows who has entered into the game. Okay, now here's how you play it. Basically, you click on your picture, and if you see on the side, it shows these multipliers that are going through. So let's say I pick this dude from Colorado. I'll pick him from Colorado, but he has a 2-time multiplier. So if he scores, if he gets you 10 points, then they'd actually get 20 points. Okay, so I'm going to add him. And like I said, I am just doing this to show people. So I'm going to scroll through. I'm just going to pick this guy. I'm going to pick, I have a bunch of choices with all these hitters. So I'm going to choose this guy, get another hitter, see if, let's get another Rockies guy. How about that? Another guy. Clearly, I'm just doing this to show you. Let's see, I'm going to pick this guy. And then I'm going to pick this guy. They need one more. And now I have my lineup. Okay, so I have my lineup of who I think is going to do the best today with these particular players. Okay, so I have my lineup. All I got to do, submit it. It says okay. Now that one is the top one, but there's another one. And if you look, I've picked the lineup. If I want to create a new lineup, I can actually do that. Or I just click on this enter for free because it says it's a free game. So I'm going to hit enter. And now you notice that it says entered one. So now both those games, I have those free entries. I have, locked in my lineup for the day. So you're going to see these free entries are there every day. You can look up here and see that there's poker. There's multiple sports that they're going to have: MMA, Major League Baseball, poker, all that. So that is how simple it is. You just kind of pick your little fantasy lineup, and away you go. Now, as you can see, there's other games that if you want to pay the money, you can get into that, or some of these games would be included when you buy those bigger packages. If you look at my contests, if you look at history, it's going to show you your wins and losses. So I was 31st, so I got $1 out of it. No big deal, but it's all good. Let's see. $1.20, $3. Okay, so when you pick better than I do, you're gonna make more money. I mean, that's just the way it is. Okay, so that is very cool because you can look in here and you can actually look at this and see where you ranked in this, who actually won. So it's very legit. You can actually see exactly who won and who was playing the game. All right, so very simply, that is Super Draft. Super Draft is you can win prizes. There's ways that you can use your tickets to get prizes as well. Okay, so very easy. There's going to be, you know, all these like pre-pick kind of things, but then there's also going to be what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, there's going to be in live in games that are going on live, so you can make your picks during live games. That's going to come. So I really like this app. It's just, you know, it's got everything. It's got, you know, that fantasy feel, the idea of like winning, just awesome. Okay, just very awesome. All right, so that is that one. Now let me show you the Super Draft Sportsbook. Super Draft Sportsbook, same thing every day. You get to spin one time. Let's see if I can get lucky and get a high number again. Oh, 100. Okay, cool. So I collect those. Great. Now, if you look at this, convert your super coins. So you know, all those credits that you get, you can actually purchase prizes. And there's all kinds of different things that you can do, even experiences at Caesar's Palace. So Caesar's bottle service at a nightclub. All these things are things that you can actually purchase with your credits. So this is a big deal. This is backed by Caesars, and I want that to be very well known. Is that you know, this is a definitely a platform that you can actually generate some prizes and win a lot of stuff. I mean, that's awesome. All right, so if you look at this one, the SuperStrap Sportsbook, this is more of like betting. So if you're one of those people that like to bet, I am not, so I can't really tell you a lot about this app. You probably have to, you know, look through it yourself. But basically, same thing. It has all the sports. You can put down your bets, and you know, check this, and it's just another way to, you know, win money as far as you know, sports related betting. So there's two different sides to this. There's this side, which is a sports book, and then there's the Super Draft. All right, so I am going to stop sharing this. That was a real quick kind of, you know, quick and dirty of the Super Draft app, but it's, you know, that's really how simple it is, and it's starting to generate a lot of excitement. So there's two ways to do this. There's just being a player, so you can actually download the app for free, use it. You can play games for free, or you can start purchasing those $25, $50, or $100 packages and get more games. And people that are buying the bigger packages are actually making a lot of money in their betting because they have a lot more opportunities to, you know, do their little fantasy games. So they're racking up money just because of, you know, the payouts being, you know, pretty large as far as the amount. Now players, what's kind of cool is if you're in a game where you're trying to, you know, win a prize, you don't want people to know about it. But what's cool about Super Draft is they have created, and they did it today, it's called Win One, or I Win, You Win. So basically what happens is whoever wins the grand prize of that game, so let's say there was that $50 game, let's say I won the $50 game. Well, whoever signed me up, whichever player signed me up, they're also going to win that. So that's a really cool thing, is now you go, okay, well, if I have 100 people all playing the same game, my odds are that maybe one of my friends is going to win first place. Well, if they do, then I get to win the same prize. So that's a really cool feature with being a player. Then there's the coaches side of it, and the coaches side of it is you pay $40 for your coach's fee, which is an annual fee, and then just like players, every month you can choose to do the free, the 25, the 50, or 100. When you start paying even the minimum, the 25, then that kind of opens up some levels of commissions. And I'm going to let this guy explain it. I'm going to show the video and let him explain it. But I just kind of wanted to, you know, kind of say like, okay, here's the difference. There's literally two ways to do it. You can be a player, or you can be a coach. And the coaches basically, it just takes 6 other people that want to be coaches that use your link. You tell them, they pay their $40, they pay their monthly fees, and now that opens up your commissions that you can get from the commissions plan. Plus there's also some commissions that come from the players that are in that matrix as well. So for those of you who are just kind of trying to see what the app is about, that's what it is. And then I'm going to show the video of someone explaining the comp plan. He is just writing it out on the computer, so it looks it's a little bit not hard to see, but but he's definitely writing stuff out. But he explains it very well. So I'm just going to play that for a sec for the time that he explains that, so you can kind of get an idea of what the commissions is. Very simple, very easy to be a part of, and the price is really good too. So let me show you this video. All right, so I should be showing this. All right, I'm going to stop my video and my.
Bear with me for just a second. I'm going to pause the recording here. All right, the way that the matrix works, we have a 3x10 dense field, force field matrix with dynamic compression. For those of you who may be new to this industry, or even those who might have been in networking for a long time, I'm going to kind of break it down. It's a pretty simple matrix. 3 people on your front line, that means only 3, and then each of the 3 people on your front line, they can also bring in 3 people on their first line, which would be your second line. Okay, so for example, we'll say you brought in these 3 people here. This would be you here at the top. And then this guy here, he would be able to bring in 3 on his front line. This person would be able to bring in 3 on his front line. This person would be able to bring in 3 on his front line, which would give you a total of 9 possible coaches on your second generation. Now, each level that this goes down, remember, each person has the opportunity to bring in 3 people on their front line. So these 9 people that are here on your level 2 will be able to bring in 3 each. So that would, in a sense, bring in 27 people that would be available for your third level. And then as you work this thing down, you just simply multiply by 3 as you go down. So on your level 4, you could potentially have 81. On your level 5, you could have 243. On your level 6, that would be 729. On your level 7, that would be 2187. On your level 8, it would be 6561. On your level 9 would be 19,683. And on your 10th level, there would be potentially 59,049 people. That's if this matrix fills up completely. I'm going to show you some different scenarios as we move forward. But if you would like to get paid on all of these positions that are in your matrix, the only thing that you personally have to do is you have to pay the $40 coaches fee, of course. That's an annual fee to be a coach, to have your own business here with Super Sports Global. And you need to have at least a $25 token package. Now, we're going to get more into the token packages, and you'll understand what you'll be able to do with these token packages once we get closer to the pre-launch period. But this will be our product. It's basically tokens or currency in order for people to play the daily fantasy games, the free sports book, the live pick'em app that we're going to have towards the end of the year. This will be their currency that they get to use, that we'll get to use to participate in these games, to win these prizes and everything else that's going to happen there. So you only need a $25 subscription to qualify. Now, you could go out and get a free player, someone that doesn't want to build this business, somebody that doesn't want to be the coach, but would just like to be a player and play in the daily fantasy games. And if they do a $25 package, that would qualify you for your requirement. So you don't actually have to purchase a token package yourself. If you don't want to purchase a token package yourself, then you would at least need to have one player that does a token package. Some of the things that I love about this comp plan is the fact that, say you just have a $25 token package, every single person in your matrix could do a $50 package or a $100 package, and you're still going to earn on the same amount. You don't have to have a $100 package in order to get paid on the $100 packages like you do in some other companies. So before we get too far into the matrix part, let's talk about your direct commissions. When you personally enroll a coach, and again, hopefully, if you are in at this stage of the game, you're in the founders period, you're going to want to max out your matrix. In order to max out your matrix, you need to bring in six coaches who want to build a business with this. If all of our coaches want to max out and all of our coaches bring in six, this matrix is going to fill with room to spare. Because again, you can only bring in 3 people on your front line. So what happens to the next 3 that you would bring in? Well, they would be placed underneath these coaches that are already here. And it doesn't matter who places them. If they fall in your matrix, if they're spillover from somebody above you, as long as you're qualified, you're going to get paid on all of those positions. But again, getting back to the direct commissions, for every coach that you personally enroll that purchases a $25 token package, you're going to get a 10% direct commission every month that they get that package. So on a $25 package, you're going to get $2.50 in direct commission for every coach that you enroll personally and for every player that you bring in personally. Every player and every coach that does a $25 package will make you $2.50 every month that they get that package. If you bring in a coach or a player that does the 50, you're going to get $5 every month that they purchase that package. These are direct commissions. And if you have a coach or players that do a $100 token package, you're going to earn $10 in direct commission every month that they get that package. Now, these are your direct commissions. These are going to come to you for the people that you personally bring in. Now, the way the matrix pays out regardless if you bring them in or not. If they fall into your matrix and you're qualified, you're going to get paid on every position that you're qualified to get paid on. Now, what does it mean by qualified? First of all, that you're a coach, you've paid your $40 annual coach's fee, and you have at least a $25 active token subscription. If you do that, then you're qualified to earn in the matrix. Now, how do you get down to all these levels that are going to be here? Well, for every coach, if you bring in one coach, you're going to get paid down 2 levels. If you bring in 2 coaches, you're going to get paid down 4 levels. If you bring in 3 coaches, you're going to get paid down 6 levels. If you bring in 4 coaches, you're going to get paid down 8 levels. If you bring in 5 coaches, you're going to pick up level 9. And if you bring 6 coaches, you're going to pick up on level 10. Now, what is the potential of that? Well, let's take a look. All righty. As you know, on your second level, you're going to have a total of 9 people. You can have 3 on your front line, and each of those can have 3 on their front line, which would be your level 2. So if these 3 go get 3, now there's 9 here. There's room for 27 on level 3, 81, 243. You see that? Okay. Now, what about getting paid? These coaches, they're here. Now, these aren't going to be players in your matrix. These are only coaches. Players add to the money that you're going to get made, and I'll show you that in just a second. But let's just focus on coaches right now. Let's say that on your second generation, actually, let's go back to your first generation. Let's say that your first level here, you've got 3 people here, and all they're doing is a $25 package. If you brought them in, you're going to make $7.50 in direct commissions. Again, $2.50 per package in direct commission because you brought them in. And you're also going to get paid matrix volume. So what is matrix volume? Let me, I don't know if this is covering up the screen or not. So the matrix payout for every $25 subscription that one of your coaches in your matrix has, you're going to get paid 50 cents per spot. For every $50 package that a coach in your matrix has, you're going to get paid $1. And for every $100 package that any coach in your matrix has, you're going to get paid $2. Now, I'm going to show you the earnings based on you having 6 coaches, okay? I'm going to show you what you can make with matching all 10 levels of your matrix. Now, if you don't bring in 6 coaches, you're not going to make all the way down to level 10. And as you can see, there's a potential for 59,000 people to be down here. So you certainly want to be qualified for all of your matrix volume, right? Okay, so you're going to be a person that goes and brings in 6 coaches. if you don't bring in 6 coaches, like I said, you'll know how many coaches you have. If you have 2 coaches, just know that your pay will stop down at level 4. If you've got 3 coaches, you're going to go down to level 6. If you've got 4 coaches, you're going to get down to level 8. If you have 5 coaches, you get to 9. If you have 6 coaches, you get to 10. Okay, what does this look like? All right, you've got 3 people on level 1. Let's just say that everybody, all the coaches in your matrix, are only doing a $25 package. Now, we know that a lot of coaches, especially those of us who are serious and are going to be playing the games, we're more than likely going to be getting the $100 package. But let's just stick with the $25 package at 50 cents per spot, okay? If you've got 3 coaches on your front line doing that, 3 coaches doing a $25 package, that would be 50 cents a spot. So 3 times 50, that'd be another $1.50 that you would get paid on. If you've got 9 coaches on your level 2 doing a $25 package, that's another $4.50 that you get paid every month. And remember, this is whether you brought these people in or not, okay? These could be people that have spilled over from somebody above you. These could be people that your level 1 people have brought in or your level 2 people have brought in, but it's going to continue to build down. So every spot that fills in this matrix with a package, you're going to get paid either 50 cents, $1, or $2. Let's go down here. 27 times 50 cents. I think that's what, $7 and don't get me to lie. I'm going to have to get my old calculator out here. And you guys can do the math on these yourself, but let's just say 27 times 50 cents. That's $13.50. Okay. And then if we take 81 people that's on your level 4 times 50 cents should be $40.50. See that? Okay. And then 243 would basically be, my math used to be a lot better. 243 times 50 cents is $121.50. Okay, do you see that? And you can just take this down. 729 people times 50 cents would be $364.50. Okay, and then 2187 times 50 cents is $1,093.50. And then if we go down to level 8, you've got 6561 times 50 cents is $3,280.50. And then on your level 9 with 19,683, 50 cents would be $9,841.50. $9,841.50. Okay. And then if you go all the way down to level 10, you've got 59,049 people times 50 cents would be 29,524 times 50 cents. Okay. So if you've got a full matrix, just with the $25 package, you can take 29,000 plus 9,000 plus 3,200 plus 1,000 plus 364. Take all these, add all these up. That would be your monthly income just from the matrix part of the pay, not counting your direct commissions and not counting what you might earn in the global bonus pool. So as you can see, there's plenty of opportunity, guys. Listen, this is only the coaches right here. Now, every single coach is going to have the opportunity to go out and share our app with anybody that wants to play. They don't have to get in the business, but if they want to come over here and just be a player and they get a token package, let's say that you bring in a guy here that goes out and gets maybe gets a little league team, or gets a nonprofit or a bar or something, and let's say that this is their spot right here, and they go out and they get 100 players. 100 players. If they go out and get 100 players, that's doing a $25 package, that's 100 players times 50 cents that you would get paid along with this guy right here. If this guy went and got it, those 100 players don't come down here because remember, these are only coaches. Those 100 players are going to be attached to that coach, okay? Just think all these representing players right here, okay? All these players are going to be volume that this coach is going to have. So if he's got 100 players, like I said, doing a $25 package, and you're getting 50 cents per package, guys, that's another $50 that's going to come just from that spot right there. Does that make sense? Now, here's the really cool thing. What about these players right here? See, these players aren't part of our compensation plan. These players are not a coach. These players are not going to be compensated for going out and sharing with other players, but they are going to be incentivized to go out and share because we're going to have a player match. And that player match is going to incentivize regular players who are not over here to build a business and make money, but it's going to give them a reason to want to tell their buddies about it and want to share it. I don't know exactly what that share incentive is going to look like, but it's been talked about matching prizes. So if you are going to participate in a game and say there's a signed football, just say that that's what it is. Okay, it could be anything, but just say that it's a signed football. If that player wants to increase his odds, then he can go and share with as many of his buddies as he wants to. Now he's not worried about his buddies beating him, to win that football, because if he doesn't win the football, but one of his buddies does, if he shared the app with them, he would match that prize. So we're going to have things in here that's going to incentivize players to share with other players. So guys, we're going to have way more players in here than we do actual coaches. But remember, when a coach brings in a player, any package that those players get, that counts as that coach's volume. And so you can see how these coaches may not just have a $25 package that you're making 50 cents on. They could have 5, 10, 15, 20 $25 packages attached to them that you could be getting paid on. So this right here is just a bare bones minimum of what this could be. But it could be a lot bigger than this, okay? So I want you to think about that. This is how the matrix part of the compensation plan is going to work. And it gets very, very lucrative. Another thing, I've had people say, Kevin, there's no way anybody's going to fill up a matrix. Listen, I'm going to just tell you right now, there is absolutely going to be people that are going to fill up these matrices, especially knowing that you can only bring in 3 people on your front line. I've personally brought in 49 people. One of my coaches has personally brought in over 70. Okay, do you know where all these people have to go? They have to be forced down in this matrix. They have to be placed underneath other people that are here, because I can only get 3 spots. And I'm not stopping at 49. This is why I talk about become a spillover creator. Because if you bring in more than 3 people, you are creating spillover for somebody else on your team. You want people creating spillover for you, don't you? Go create spillover for somebody else. This is going to get really, really exciting, especially when we launch this company. There's massive earning potential here, guys, massive. I'm going to pull up another screen and show you some more of the power of this compensation plan. Bear with me for a second. All righty, let's take a look at this slide. Let's see, you know what I need to do here? I need to clear all the drawings from the other page. Okay, I want to show you some other things about how this compensation plan works. Okay, so this would be you up here at the top, right? Okay, and the green circles is going to represent personal coaches that you have brought in, okay, that you've brought in. So again, because you can only have 3 people, your first 3 coaches would be on your front line. And listen, this is if you don't already have somebody on your front line. A lot of you
Okay, so that basically is the kind of the bare bones, kind of the compensation plan. If you would like to, get a little bit more information, just send me a message or whatever, and I can talk to you a little bit more about that. But that's pretty simple what it is. It's a very simple plan, and works. It's going to be incredible. So yeah, if you have any more questions or anything like that, just message, and I can give you some more information. I can also give you some links to presentations that they do, like once a week or once every night or whatever, and you can get in and kind of get a little bit more information and ask questions as well. All right.